pretty difficult to eat at your favorite restaurant while trying to lose weight, but guess what? It doesn't have to be. And I know whose restaurant you'd think it would be difficult. This guy. But first, author Fred Valachi has written a book on how to lose weight and keep it off while enjoying delicious food at great restaurants. And one of those great restaurants that I just hinted at, Donatello's. We are joined by co-owner and chef Gino Tiozzo, and of course Fred down there. Guys, welcome to the show. Gino, we love when you're here, but love this other twist that we're bringing today with Fred. I love when you can tell us that eating over at his restaurant is healthy.
It's my favorite restaurant in Tampa Bay.
Is it really?
Absolutely. For 30 plus years.
Well, and why did you put this restaurant or this book together? Because I think we were talking too. I think most people assume that it's easier, it's healthier to eat at home. But you say not so much. You can't eat at home every night.
No, the whole idea of losing weight is it should be a pleasurable and enjoyable experience, something realistic and something that you can do forever. If you're told that you can't eat out and you can't enjoy your favorite foods in restaurants, what's the point? I mean, what are the odds of long-term success by depriving yourself, avoiding...
Yeah. Well,
I love it, Fred.
And in your book, you actually feature recipes and ideas for people that can go out, travel, especially travel around Florida, go to restaurants and find recipes, which is what Gino is making. Gino, what recipe is featured in the book, and why is it so healthy?
Okay, this is one of Fred's favorite dishes, and it's featured. It's called the veal dolce vita. It's a dish that we've been making from almost the beginning of Donatello. It's healthy because it's well balanced, okay? And eating healthy, it doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have a few ingredients that might be a little fattening, but you don't have to overeat those, okay? You don't have to, it doesn't have to be the only thing you eat in a meal. Am I right, Fred?
Absolutely.
I think that's a lot of the point in the book, is teaching people how to eat rather than what to eat.
And there are a lot of Italian restaurants in here as well. Again, I think a misconception is that Italian food is very fattening.
It's truly not. It's all about choices and balance, as Gino said. I mean, Donatello is about as authentic as you can get in the United States. And having studied and traveled throughout Italy for many, many times, 2 semesters in college and many summers there, I can tell you firsthand that people in Italy eat very differently than we do here. I mean, for instance, a portion of pasta is 3 to 4 ounces. It's a primo piatto. It's a first course. Then nice salad, a small protein, meat or chicken or veal, fish. I mean, it's all about the freshness of the ingredients. Seasonal, fresh, local, some nice fresh fruit. It's balanced. People there enjoy life.
And one thing that
100%.
I enjoy about the book is it's almost like a tour guide, I've heard you describe, and I see where you're going with that. Why is that?
Well, I'm somebody who grew up loving to eat out in great restaurants. I come from a family of Italian Americans that love to cook, love to eat out also. In New York, we then moved to Florida, lived here in the Tampa Bay area for many years. Donatello quickly became our favorite restaurant and remains to this day. And eating out should be part of any diet plan or recipe for healthy, happy living, something that you could do forever.
You know what I love about your book, too, is you actually give the recipes. You shared this recipe in the book.
Sharing your secrets, Gino.
To me, this book is groundbreaking. It's the first diet book I can say as a restaurateur that I love, because it doesn't tell people to stay out of restaurants.
Yeah.
And restaurants don't have to serve unhealthy food. That's the misconception. It's how to eat rather than what you're eating. Now, of course, you want to eat with healthy ingredients, but at the same time, balance is the biggest key. Pasta shouldn't be the only dish at a meal. Meat shouldn't be the only dish at a meal. Wine should always be wine should always be included.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to put these.
It's quality over quantity.
Correct.
Balance.
So you don't want to take in most diet plans, they take the quality out of people's life, and that's why they're unsuccessful. They might be successful for a short period of time, but it's not going to last, as Fred said, because people are going to go back to the things they love. So to you, Fred, for making the first diet book that I can enjoy.
Salute. And
now the dish I'm making.
You've made veal for us before, and this is very different than your previous veal dishes.
This really exemplifies all the beauties of Northern Italian. The prosciutto is a boiled prosciutto. So it's a cooked prosciutto as opposed to the salt cured, which is more used in the north. The white wine, the sage, the mushrooms, just a little bit of black truffle at the end. It's really a beautiful dish, well balanced, beautifully flavored.
Just like the book. I feel like you're describing the book as well, which I want to make sure we get to the book signing, because you're going to be where?
Exactly why it's featured in there. Go ahead,
Sunday, April 15th, I'm going to be at Barnes & Noble in Carrollwood, Northdale, Mabry from 2 to 4, signing copies of The Restaurant Diet, featuring Donatello, of course, my favorite, but 6 top restaurants in... No, don't tell anyone. My favorite, as well as 6 restaurants in the Tampa Bay area, 9 in Sarasota, 6 in Naples, 50 throughout the state, Palm Beach to Miami. It's really a guide to healthy gourmet living and travel nationwide. You've got recipes from New York, California.
Too, yeah.
It's mostly Florida. I've lived here 30 years and the food scene is amazing. So anybody who lives here wants to eat well, whether you need to lose weight or not.
Yeah.
Whether you want to eat out or cook home, this really is, it's a cookbook as well as a weight loss book. My proven 4-phase plan, I lost 150 pounds 8 years ago and have kept it off. Dining in great restaurants at least 5 nights a week.
I love that. Well, congratulations. Job well done.
Thanks for bringing this in. Go check them out this weekend. We're going to dive into this.
Wow.